Hello and welcome back. In this session we will explore interface in C#. It's a feature that allows you to define contract for classes. Today we're gonna build a notification system where different notification methods like email and SMS gonna have a common interface. So let's move to what's basically an interface. Interface as an official definition in C#, it's just a blueprint for a class. It defines a set of methods, properties, or even events that a class must implement. Unlike abstract classes, interface contain no implementation at all, just the signature of member. So let's move to Visual Studio and have an example. First step, let's start by defining the interface. To define it, all you want to do, just write here interface keyword and the name of the interface, which have a naming convention, should start with I and then the name of the interface. After that, we're gonna have just a very basic signature method with a name send. So I will put here the name of the method, and that one gonna have only one parameter, in our case just string message. And as you can see, that one will never ever inside the interface gonna have an implementation, just a signature without a body. Now we will create two classes, email notification and SMS notification. Both will implement I notification interface, but provide their own version of the send message or send method. To do something like that, we will type here class, in our case gonna be email notification, and that one gonna implement I notification. And as you can see here, you will find here on the left there is an icon. If you click on this icon, Visual Studio will help you to build the structure of that one. So let's have a look. Once you're gonna click on this one, he's gonna implement all the signature methods that it's defined inside the interface. So in our case, he just like put here send, but this time with a body. So here we can define one property, and that one we can call it, for example, string, and this one should be email, and inside this one we will just put a console.writeLine and sending email to this email, and here is it, the message inside the parameter. Perfect. Let's have here another class which it will be same, and for saving the time we put it here, gonna be SMS notification, gonna implement I notification, and that one will have a property, call it phone number with a string data type, and access modifier gonna be public. And same like that one, it's gonna implement send signature method with its own implementation. Finally, let's use I notification interface to send the notification dynamically. This basically gonna demonstrate how polymorphism work with interface. So let's have a look here. As we defined it before with abstract class, here we're gonna have a list of I notification, and this one gonna define two objects. The first one gonna be email notification, and that one gonna initialize the email with these values, and another object call it SMS notification and initialize the property with the phone number. And as you can see here inside the for each, we have notification and notifications, and each and every time in a dynamic way it's gonna call the send method depend on the notification type. So let's have a look. I will run this application, and as you can see here, as we expected the output, it will be sending email to this email, and here is it hello, this is a test notification, and same sending SMS, and here is it the telephone number, and as you can see this is a test notification. It worked successfully. So when I'm gonna use interface, if you wanted to define a common behavior across unrelated class, as we just did with notification, we have SMS notification and email notification. And if you need to implement multi-inheritance, since C# doesn't support a multi-base class. In meantime, if you wanted to decouple your code and make it more testable, so the code that depend on the interface doesn't need to know the specific class implementation of it. It just leave it for the derived class to decide whatever he gonna do. As we can add here flexibility, because different class can implement the interface in their own way. Even we can add here the extensibility, because new notification type like push notification on top of WhatsApp can be added without modifying the existing code. So here is a quick assignment about interface. You're gonna create a payment interface with a process payment method, and gonna implement two classes, credit card payment and PayPal payment. Use the interface in list iPayment to process payment dynamically. It will be a great work from you if you're gonna complete this assignment and submit it to me to check it. If you have any questions, you can ask. And throughout that session, you already learned how to use interface to define flexible, reusable, and decouple system. In the next session, we will explore how to use both abstract class and interface together.